Everybody. So shit happens sometimes. We all know that. What we're trying to do is predict missed ship dates from order details and then determine the root cause. And I was super excited about my project. So the project consists of myself, John Wilson, Selwyn Samuel, with our sponsor Rita Mustafa, David Behen, and James McFarland from Lazy Boy. And so let's start with the simple supply chain, right? We have a supply, manufacturing, distribution, retail sales, and then it goes to the customer. So that's a simple supply chain. So what happens when ship goes wrong with the supply chain? So supplies go missing, you made too much, you didn't make enough, this guy doesn't deliver on time, store doesn't have stuff, you made it wrong, so who are you gonna call? So what are we gonna do about it? Who are you gonna call? Because it's Halloween? That's right. Well, actually, no. You gotta call some data scientists to solve this problem, and that's what Lazy Boy did. So Lazy Boy is a furniture manufacturer based out of Monroe. Founded in 1928, they employ about 11,000 people, and their promise is custom furniture in 4 weeks or less. So getting deliveries on time is very important for them. So Lazy Boy's supply chain is actually quite more complicated. They have suppliers in Asia, cutting and sewing in central Mexico, 7 manufacturing plants, 6 distribution centers, 1,400 dealers, and all that good stuff. So if you put all of that on a map, they have these 6 distribution centers throughout the US, California, Neosho, Siloam Springs, Dayton, and that other state next to Alabama. Sorry, I'm foreign. So what's the problem? So when ship happens, right? So we want to predict if the shipment is going to miss the date, and then we want to find out why it missed the date, right? So we want to analyze the root cause. So they gave us a bunch of data, because data is life. They gave us 5.2 million records. They gave us 3 years of sales data, 30 categorical columns, and then in those columns we had over 1 million unique features. So if we put all of that sales data on a map, this is what it looks like, as the title says. So you see a lot of shipments going out to California, lots of stuff in Ohio, on the East Coast, all over the United States except that central western region. So if you take the top 3 zip codes, you got Ohio, New Jersey, and Illinois. So I've lived in Ohio, there's not much to do besides sit around all day. New Jersey, we're just waiting to go to Manhattan, really. I can't say anything about Illinois. So we looked at the ship plants too, and the first thing we noticed is that ship plant 1 misses 100% of the shots that it did take. So half the shipments were missed, so we wanted to take a look at that further. So we asked the first question, when did ship happen, right? How can we predict this? So for the people that are new, this is where the boring stuff comes in. You ready? Okay, so with the data, we dropped unneeded columns, we created a missed target column, we converted categories to rare that had less than 30%, we did 1 hot encoding, and then we ended up with a data set with about 1,800 columns. And then we ran that through the mainframe, which is SMU's high-performance compute resource, because this data was way too big to run on your local laptop or Google Colab or anything else, really. So we did SGD Boost, Random Forest, Shallow, and Deep Neural Net. So how did we measure this? What we did is we took the accuracy, we took the precision, and we took the recall, and then we did the F1 score just to be thorough and show that we put in our time doing this work. And the support gradient descent is, it performed pretty badly, as I knew it would. So we got about 81% accuracy, 65 recall, and then 30% recall. So it's terrible, but that's the baseline, So then we threw it in a random forest. And we did a little bit better. We did 83% accuracy. We pushed our recall up to 47, which was really cool. Our F1 scores improved a lot too. Then we did a shallow neural net. And the neural net was actually worse than random forest because it was shallow. The precision wasn't that good, the recall wasn't that good, the F1 also was not as good as a random forest, so if you're going to do a neural net, make sure it's a deep one. So the deep neural net performed the best. It was at 84.74%, we got our precision up, we got our recall up, and our F1 was really at 60%, which is pretty good. So how did we do that? We made a 7-layer cake, 7 layers of neurons, 7.6 million to start with, and then it finishes at 9.6 million layers to get this prediction. And then the conclusion is that we got an 84.74% accuracy rate, and with the caveat, if we had more data, we could probably do better. Of course, we all know that. So the next question is, why does SHIP happen, right? How can we analyze the root cause to get at why these shipments are being missed? So this is the other boring part for the freshmen here. So we did our data preparation, and then we did a clustering algorithm. We did k-means clustering, and then from those clusters, we did individual association rule mining so that we could get to the root causes of why these shipments are being missed. So we decided on 5 clusters. That was a good balance of getting too many clusters with too few items and getting too few clusters with too many items. So we decided on 5 that was the Goldilocks kind of cluster. If we put those clusters on a map, they're kind of similar to where most of the orders are going. Right, that makes sense, that's pretty obvious. So we want to take a look inside of these clusters and see what's going on in these clusters. What rules can we get? Right? So these clusters look like, we missed, a lot of the shipments were from ship plant 6 that missed, ship plant 3 missed, eastern regions, and a lot of other details. I don't want to read through all of it, but I want to review association rule mining real quick. So as you keep making the same kind of transactions over and over again, there's relationships that you can extract out of that data. And that's what association rule mining does. So if you have this data, you can transform that data into a market basket transaction, and then you can get association rules. So if you keep having to buy diapers because your baby poops your diapers, then you're going to get beer because, man, that's annoying, right? So how do we measure association rules? 3 things: support, lift, and confidence, right? So support says what percentage of transactions are in A and B, and that other stuff too. So what did we get? From association rule mining, we found out that if you select additional options, choose as soon as possible delivery, and it ships from plant 1, you're probably going to miss your shipment date. And if you order from the eastern region, you probably miss. So if we throw that in a cluster diagram, we also see that custom request ship groups are going to miss. If you choose extra options, it's going to miss. And if your build plant is different than your ship plant, you're going to miss the shipment. So in conclusion, when the ship happened, we can tell you with about an 85% accuracy when ship is going to happen using deep neural nets. And why does ship happen? We can tell you that it's usually because you ship from a manufacturing plant that's different from the shipping plant.